Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Leap Morning Leap sessions for Monday, January the 22nd, 2018. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-tos to take a look at the market macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and then we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses. We create two main hypotheses. These are our trade plans for the day. We do not know what the market's going to do. Therefore, we create multiple hypotheses, then wait for the market to show us who's in control, and then we execute the plan that best suits the market. We create two alternatives in order to look at expansion days or price discovery days. This is a subscription room. If you're interested in checking it out, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog. This is not a commercial venture. We do everything live here in the go-to, and then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the trading day. Please read through the disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, your own risk metrics. All right, so take a look at Friday. Friday we went and made a new all-time high. The day was marked with basically waiting to see if the government shut down. Times looked like they were going to make a deal. We were looking for a neutral day. Our main hypothesis was a rotational day with breaking both the IB low and the IB high. We just didn't know which direction they were going to do it in. Our hypo 1 was an open option, a move down into the value from the prior day and somewhere between the VPOC and the value area low. We were looking for buyers to step in and rotate us up into new all-time highs. We got hypo 1, we got our neutral day. Our neutral day was neutral extreme. We closed above the IB high after making breaking the IB low. This is a beautiful two-tick failed auction. We came down and I'm sorry, it was four tick, but just grinded our way back up and then went in and put a new all-time high and then basically started moving back towards the open as people were covering. Of course, on the weekend we got a government shutdown Friday night, and the market doesn't really care. We did gap down. We gapped down to the open of the Globex session was 2804. That is our week open, and we moved up towards trying to close the gap. Got up to the 2810, then came back and basically just chopped sideways in around the 2807.50. We did come up and try to get to that high, but we failed at the 2812, and they've come back and they're coming back to the VPOC, and we're currently trading inside of yesterday's value area. So we did get a VPOC shift higher. Also, very important to note that we shifted. If you look at the micro composite, the VPOC starts down at the 2783, okay, and then it migrates up to the 2850, and then it shifts again and shifted up to 2804 and a quarter. This is what we were looking for continuation and a new all-time high. We got that new all-time high on Friday, and so far they're doing a pretty darn good job of not letting this market reverse and come back. So I was hoping to get a bigger gap down and then fail to close the gap, but here we are trading inside of yesterday's range and only a couple points off of the naked close. So in terms of our overnight high, we've got 2812, overnight low 02. This is a valid value area. So Those will be trade areas for me. The 09, just be careful here. I would take the 09 and a quarter up to 10 and a quarter, simply because of the fact that you've got the LVN there at 10 and a quarter. And then, of course, a move above that will take us back to the naked close. Other area is the overnight low and the value area low. That is going to be a trade area as well. And there's going to be, this is a pretty blunt area of the profile. Very toothy, no real price acceptance. I mean, the difference between the VPOC and some of these other HVNs are not that much. So this is a real blunt area and hard trade. We're liable to chop back and forth inside of this value area today, and it's basically a 7-point value area, and you're going to be a lot of chops. So just be careful. If you're going to use any level inside of it, I would use the 0650. Basically, the between the open and the VPOC. I'm sorry, it is the VWAP, I should say, and the mid, and use that to guide you for a move down to the 04 and possibly 02 if we don't hold that level. To the upside, of course, there is another HVN at the 2812 from Friday. That will be our target above the 9 and a quarter. And then, of course, we've got the all-time high, the breakout. And then below, we've got the 99.50. But I'm going to be watching the 98 because that's the CLVN. You look at the profile, the double distribution that we've got right here is 98, and then there's 02. 02 is our overnight low and our value area low, so that's automatic. The 98, I would wait for a break below 98 in terms of a trade level, simply because of the fact that we could simply pop below the 99.50 but hold the 98. Our 20 period full session daily ATR is running at 1873. Our upside daily ATR is 28.2075. Our downside daily ATR is down at the 93. There is a target just above that at the 04 and a quarter. That's the target I'd be running towards that daily ATR. This is an HVN as well. And then our key line in the sand does not change. It's going to be 87. You can use 88. There's nothing wrong with that. You could even use 89 now. But I'm going to be using 87 for a target down to the 85. 85 being the value microcomposite value area low. Microcomposite value area high is that 975, so that's already covered by our other level at 975. So what is my hypothesis? Well, I think today is going to be a small range. I think we're basically going to go sideways, testing these levels. So I'm looking for a rotational day, but because the trend is still up, I'm looking for an open auction in range, a trip down into the 2804 and a test of the 02, somewhere between 04 and 02, finding buyers and starting to grind our way back up and towards the all-time high at 2815 and a new all-time high. That is hypo 1. Hypo 2 is a open auction just in range, possibly just outside of value, but an open auction, a move up to close the naked close, a push up to take out the overnight high, a pop up into the 28.15, a false breakout somewhere between the 15 and the 20. I'm looking for responsive sellers to step in, rotate us down into the value area, chop around the 09, push down through to the 0402, and then start the base and go sideways into the close. Hypo 3 has to be a continuation day, because why? This market just never wants to give up. But I'm starting to give my Hypo 4 and Hypo hypo 3 and hypo 4 equal weight, because any day now they're going to rip they're going to face peel the longs just to see how much punishment they can give them. So hypo 3 is still going to be an open auction. Failure to take out the overnight low, a push up through to the 28.15, chop in here, and then push up and move up into the 28 20s and basically start going sideways and then drift back down and close somewhere around the 28.10 area. Hypo 4 is an open auction. Failure to make a new high. Sellers step in early, rotate us through value, chop around at the 2802 to 2800, then fail and come down into that 93, 94 area, and then find a base and close somewhere in around the 2804. So those are my four main hypotheses. Just taking a look at gold for a quick minute. Gold again continues to hold this 33-34 area, more chop, filling in this distribution. Key levels to watch are the 25 for breakdown into the 18, and of course anything above the 37, I'd be targeting that 40-42 area again, and any break above the 42, still main target above is in the 50s at that 53.60 and 56 area. So just expecting more chop here, but watch your breakouts on gold above and below, above the 37 and below 25. That's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.